I'm not telling the police though.
Why you not telling the people?
I'm probably gonna be the one to go to jail.
Why?
Set your emotions aside to do what you need to do.
And you gonna go into it blank?
Not blank, but knowing what you need to do.
So so you feel determined, right? Which is an emotion.
You're just playing the tape forward. You know, like you got to do what you got to do, or you don't do what you shouldn't be doing.
Shaking your head, yeah. Do you know how many kids on the north side don't never know they daddy? Come on, man. Let's be for real.
Hey.
You saw that person that murdered your sister or brother. Yeah. You're gonna be like, you're not gonna tell.
Nah, I'm just gonna go to jail.
Nah, I react. I'm not gonna tell about.
Two wrongs don't make one right.
Right.
In this scenario, so are you gonna let, because while you're not doing a favor to your sibling, and then you're not doing a favor to your dad also.
Right.
At least he's gonna die anywhere or not. He's gonna die. So hey, aren't you gonna let him be like, yo, I gotta tell the truth, say it as it is, because for me the truth is the truth. I will say it as it is. Yeah, you say you wanna lie. You say you wanna
lie.
No,
I just ain't gonna tell him.
No, then you're not doing a service to him, because you gotta tell him the truth.
I got a question.
Okay, yeah, go on.
I got a question.
Yeah, go on.
You closer with your mom or your dad?
I'm closer with my mom.
You closer with your
mom?
Yeah,
but I'm 100. I'm 100. I tell it as it is.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish my question.
Right.
You 100 with your mama, right?
Yeah.
If your mama do something and she tell you not to tell, is you gonna tell?
My mom didn't raise me. Okay. Oh wait. Hold on. Welcome once again on that great episode on Reload on K84 Podcast with your host and friend Kenna the Greatest. You know how we roll, yeah. I got truly a great, panel for a great discussion and then conversation on this show tonight. So hey, stick around. The show kicks off right after this. All right. Before we proceed to give you what you need, let me say this. If you want to be part of the show, hey, our platform and space is open for all to come on and have great and insightful conversation. So without much further delay, let me have my panel introduce themselves, starting with my man right here.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Blaze Padilla. Yeah.
All right. So where you from?
I'm from Wyoming.
Okay.
Originally born and raised in Wyoming.
Okay. So how long have you been in Oklahoma?
About 6 months.
That's good.
I came down here for a career change. I've been on the road for about 13 years, and I came down here to work at the refinery.
Okay.
Get into the downstream of things in the oil field. Yeah.
All right. So on to my next guest. All right, Mr.
It's Dre Verner,
Yeah, Dre the goat.
Dre the great goat. Definitely.
I see that.
The great goat.
Yeah. All right, so where is Dre from?
Tulsa, Oklahoma, born and raised. The North.
Okay, on the north side.
The North.
Yeah. All right, so on to my next guest.
It's your boy Al LaSalle.
Okay. So where you from?
I'm from North Tulsa as well.
Okay, the North in the building representing.
Straight North.
With the North.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So before we, delve in the main, story for the day or the night, I want to get you guys, your opinions on this videos, trending or going out there. So.
Oh.
Hi there, can you open this door, please?
For what?
I just want to make sure that everything's okay. There seems to be something going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I just figured I'd check on something.
I don't know what you want, man. Get out of my house.
Open this door. Where's your daughter, man? Where's your daughter, man?
What are you talking about?
Where's your daughter? Who's in there with you?
Bro, if you don't leave...
Door. Open this door, I'm breaking it down. You understand me?
Leave my house. You don't...
Are you okay? Is everyone in this house okay?
What? Everyone's okay. What do you want? Can you leave my house, please?
Can you open the door, please?
You have nothing to do with my house. Can you leave my house?
You know what my name is?
I don't know who you are. You don't belong in this neighborhood. That's for sure.
This is my neighborhood, though.
Yeah, I live there. I don't know you.
My name is Harry Dresden, Open the door. This is my neighborhood. Open the door. Now, or I will end you. Do you understand me?
What would you have done if somebody had just, bump into your house and then, done something of that sort?
Right there at that point, as soon as I saw the aggression, I'm gonna call 911 and inform them, hey, I got a firearm. I got someone being aggressive at my porch. If he gets any worse, I'm gonna act accordingly to what's legal. If he breaks in, I'm gonna shoot him. And that's what I would communicate to the dispatcher. Be like, hey, I got some dude. I don't know what he's doing, but he's at my door. He's acting aggressive. He's looking for my daughter. Yeah. Right away. You don't want to mess with something like that or let it escalate any further. Get some help there as soon as possible. That way, if you do something to him, you're on the phone. You're checking all the boxes that'll, dismiss any wrongdoing. But yeah.
Okay, Dre, let me hear from you.
Man, he better than me. Cause see, he went through the proper procedures. I guess that's how I'm supposed to be. But once you kick on my door, I'm gonna feel like you was trying to kick it in. So I'm gonna send something out the door. Just honest the truth, cause you asked for my daughter, but you coming aggressive. What? Send my daughter outside? Nah, I'm gonna send something outside, but it ain't my daughter. Just being honest. And I'm gonna let the cameras do all the communicating for the police. The cameras will do it. The man came aggressively to my door.
The camera helps for
kicked it. You see the footage. I gave him one warning, because that's all you get. All you get, one warning. There's no reason for you to be on my property antagonizing my daughter.
Okay. What about you? What you gonna do?
I definitely gotta agree with him on that one.
What, you agree with Blaze or Dre?
I would probably agree with Dre because that's, first of all, that even though that's random, that's random.
Can you get the microphone a little bit closer?
A little bit closer.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though that's a little bit of a random ordeal. You know, like you don't get somebody come knock on your door like that every day. But like I said, like he said, the camera gonna explain everything. You know, I'm not gonna even really do too much talking from there because I know this guy knows he's out of line. Looking at his age, he knows he done went too far. You know, either he's trampeding or intruding on somebody, or he's just, I don't know, weird. You know.
Yeah. So I'll throw this out, right? Do you think he's mentally stable?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
And why would parents, allow their mentally unstable kid to get out there?
No idea.
Are you asking why would a parent?
Yeah. You know your kid is not mentally stable.
They not paying them no attention. They don't care. Today's society, they don't care. They pretty much, as long as it's a check probably involved, they not gonna care.
Seeing that as a guy, what I'm looking at is a guy who doesn't know what consequences are. You know what I mean? He's purely acting out of emotion, asking for a daughter. You know what I mean? This guy hasn't really had any. He hasn't done anything where he's had to face the consequences for. That's what I see.
Yeah.
You know, but my reason for wait until he breaks the door down is to dispel anything about my reaction. You know, if you react to things, they don't really do so. You know, the solution isn't really productive. But if you're proactive and you play the tape forward, like if he kicks the door down, then you shoot him, you're fine. But if you run up front and gun him down on your porch, then there's more room for like, did you do the right thing? You know?
Dre, have you had any experience of that sort?
Nah, I ain't had no experience like that. I ain't came across my table. That's something. I ain't got no daughter that old. My daughters is not that old, and I pray that never happens. But I'm sitting here looking at the situation, and I'm one of them. I'm like, why is he? Did the daughter steal something though? Why is he so aggressive at that door?
I mean, what? And that's what I was gonna ask. Like, I was just
what did the daughter do? Because it do play parts. Like for him to be that aggressive at that door, did she steal his wallet?
I think
what if for him to be there, they was already in a relationship and she done lured him to the house and got him mad.
Yeah, I think he's trying to date, or they kind of like seen, you know what I mean? And then yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's always more. It's something that triggered him. Like we can sit here and say that he's mentally unstable, but we don't know what triggered him to do them exact actions. Because I done been triggered at times to do stuff that I wouldn't normally do in my right state of mind. People be like, "Why you do it?" They stole from me. She stole my wallet, so I went looking for her, and she happened to run to her daddy's house, so I went there looking for her.
I've been in that situation. It wasn't someone looking for my daughter, but we were at a party, and we met these girls, and we were at like these cholos' house. I don't know, you know, there were some gangbangers, but it was in Cheyenne, so you know, it was in Wyoming, so whether they were real gangbangers or not, I don't know, but we did take their chicks. We took their girlfriends back to our place, you know, and they were kicking it with us, and we were having a good time, and we did, you know, what grown folks do. And one of them told these cholos where we were at. She gave them the address. She wanted them to pick her up because we were too drunk. We were too faded at that point to take them home. But they came and they started banging on our door, dude. And you know, we had pistols and rifles, and we did exactly what I said. We called 911. We let them know under Castle Doctrine number 16, we are legally allowed to defend our life and property without obligation to retreat, which means if they're coming in, you don't have to retreat. Like, if they're breaking in, you could shoot them, and we let the dispatcher know we have guns pointed out the door. If they come in, we are going to shoot them. And there's 3 of us, you know. One dude had an AK, and 2 of us had Glocks. And if they got through, we were going to light them up.
Yeah.
And the cops got there immediately, you know. They got there, they arrested them, and they didn't say nothing to us. You know, granted, we were intoxicated with firearms, but they didn't say nothing to us. They just arrested them and hauled them off.
Okay. So hear me out on this, right? Should you vet who your daughter date?
Oh yeah.
I think that should be dictated. I really do. I tell my daughters, it got to be better than me.
Wait, how do you mean? What do you mean it got to be better than you?
Like, as a man, it got to be better than me. I made a lot of mistakes, you know, and I'm not right. You know what I mean? Like, for those mistakes, I'm not right. But it was a part of living, and I did, you know. So I always tell them, like, no, you don't want no, if, you know, you looking at a man that reminds you of your dad, he's the wrong guy. For some men, no, I understand. You might be that perfect stand-up guy. But as far as my girls, you know, I had them at a time where I was living pretty much a different life. So as they was growing up, like, nah, I ain't the, you know, I ain't really treating them right now. You know what I mean? So you don't want nobody like me.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. I don't want my daughter to date. My daughter got to date better than me. Just like Ab said, she got to date better than me. He got to be able to provide. Like, I done showed you everything a father's supposed to be and a man's supposed to be. I done had flaws in me showing you that, but I done showed you, and that's the reason I say better than me. Because I want you to look for them flaws that I done showed you in a man.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't have my daughter dating me. Like, I don't care what to say. I ain't no bad man, but I wasn't the best one. I wasn't the version that I would want my daughter to bring home to me. Correct. If I seen me coming home and the man that my daughter bringing to my house, I'm going to go and tap him on his shoulder.
What you, Blaze?
Come here, man. Let me holler.
Well, with that, you know, I can't expect a kid to be where I'm at in life, you know, but I would want to see some sort of work ethic, or, you know, to see that he's striving to make his life, to set his life up, you know. I would give my daughter, you know, my opinion on what I think of the guy, but, you know, they're kids, they're growing up, and I would try to be involved as much as I can in that relationship. You know, give them advice, give the kid advice. But, you know, definitely I would hope that if I say, hey, you got to not talk to that guy, trust me, you know. But, yeah, definitely you should vet and you should be involved with that.
Yeah. Okay. So we live in a world now that, hey, kids or like the new generation feel like, hey, they don't want to get their parents involved in their, you know, I mean, dating life and then all of that. If you're a father or if you're a parent, what are modes or styles or, you know, I mean, whatever you kind of like put in place to be like, hey, I got to know who you're going out with.
Especially where we from, we in Tulsa, so things are small. You might know the man's father, his mother or something, you know, and yeah, it might make you say no. You know, it might make you say yeah, like them are some good people though, you know.
Yeah.
Because it is good people everywhere, but I think that, you know, it varies. You got to dictate. So, you know, just because this person is good doesn't mean this person is good. You know, genetically, you know, that just because you got 2 good parents don't mean that the kid is, you know,
gonna be a scholar.
You know what I mean?
He's gonna be a scholar.
You know.
Okay. All right. So let's get to our main story of the night.
I'm Aliyah, 35, and I've been struggling with a serious family secret I recently discovered. My sister Zayna, 38, and I have never had a close relationship. We're very different, and over the years we've mostly tolerated each other for the sake of family. She's closer to our dad, while I've always been closer to our mom. Our father is a successful businessman who is currently battling a chronic illness, and our family is doing everything we can to support him. Recently, I learned that he updated his will so that Zayna will take over and manage the majority of his multi-million-dollar business, while I will inherit houses and other properties. While helping clean my parents' home, I came across a box of my mom's private documents. As I organized them, I discovered something shocking. Before my sister was born, my mom had an affair with a family friend. There's uncertainty about whether my sister is actually my dad's biological daughter. I confronted my mom privately, and she admitted the truth but begged me not to tell anyone, especially not my dad given his fragile health. She fears it could destroy our family and potentially worsen his condition. Now I'm torn. If I stay silent, there's a chance someone who may not be my dad's biological child will inherit and run the business he built. But if I speak up, I could devastate my father and fracture what's left of our family. I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Right. In this case, right, I will ask, would you ever lie to keep somebody safe?
I thought about that when I read that yesterday, and I thought about that, and if that's your sister, if it's anything like me and my brother, if I found out he wasn't my dad's son, there's no way I would ruin that. I feel like it would be.
Okay, so my question is this, let me take it this right. Are you going to lie to save somebody's life?
Yeah.
Dre?
If it's someone I care about.
Dre? Are you going to lie to save a life?
Yeah.
Are you going to lie to save a life?
Yeah, I wouldn't say nothing.
So you are agreeing that you lie to save a life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd lie to save a life.
So what if, right? What if he or she is not your dad's biological child?
I would say I'm gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
Because look, if you think about it, she said that she bonded with the other parent, and this one bonded with the dad. So the one that bonded with the dad, who happens to be the business owner, she knows pretty much in and outs, business secrets, probably, in that, because she took that time to be there with him. Wherefore, it's a risk if I give it. Yeah, you can have the inheritance, but then what if the business starts failing because now you? But she knows everything over here. So as far as that, now maybe I would, if I was her, I would try to look what part of the inheritance can I be a part of, so we can do this. But everything that way, I wouldn't feel that at all. Okay. But I definitely wouldn't say nothing because, like I said, I took my time with this parent.
Okay, so mind you, right? Okay, Dre, answer this, right? Could you imagine, like, hey, he or she, let's put in this scenario, right? Your sibling, right? From the same mom, might not be your dad's biological child, right? And then your sibling would inherit something that is not rightful. I would say rightful because biologically that is not, It's okay, assumption, I assume, if, So would you sit down and let that multi-million business go to that, sibling?
Why wouldn't I? Like, biologically don't make you more. He was there. He was the father. Correct. He was actually the father. See, you can look at like who donated the sperm, because that's what whoever did. But he was the father. That's all she knows or he knows. So therefore, why would I interfere with all that she or he knows?
Correct.
It's like that's pulling at a chain that you don't need to pull on.
That's selfish.
It's greed, and and that's the number one reason for America to where it's at now. Greed.
Okay, Blaze, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. Well, I agreed with what he was saying about how that would be just selfish. They have the relationship. You know what I mean? Just, that's his daughter, you know, whether or not it's biological. You know, if he raised her and loved her, I doubt saying something would make a difference. And if it's in the will, it's in the will. There's nothing. If it's in her name, it doesn't matter what, you know, biologically, how they're related. You know, it's in the will. It doesn't matter. There's no difference.
Yeah, I don't feel he should hurt her for her mom, actually.
I want to say this, though. You know, it's a lot of businesses where they could have left this business to the kid, but they left it to one of the friends or one of the people who climbed up and started it as an employee because they knew the ins and outs. The kids or the family would fail the business. So they probably set it up to where, yeah, the family can eat or they can have they can have benefits off of it, but the friend or Johnny who been at this company for 85 years, basically, you know, he owns it now. So, you know, it's a lot of businesses like that. Because sometimes, you know, just because you're family, that don't mean you can be.
All right. So let me take it from this angle also. Imagine this, right? Though you and your father were not close, but this is what happened, right? You help your dad build his business. Your father, by any means or chance, just loved that sibling of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes things happen.
Yeah.
But he is not straight or she is not straight. She's not like, you know what I mean, the right-minded or the level-headed sibling. But your father loved her or him so bad. Mm-hmm. You can't do nothing. But you were there, help your dad build our business. And then the love that your dad had for him or her, he'd be like, hey, I'm passing this role to, you know what I mean, that sibling. In that manner, if you were in it, like, no, I was part of, I helped my dad kind of like push the business to this level. But for whatever reason, he feels like, yo, he want to leave that business or that inheritance or will to my sibling. How would you feel if you were in his or her shoes?
I would just, it is what it is, man. You know, you just gotta, I mean, they're still getting something. You know, just use what you've been gifted or what you inherited and build off of that. Maybe you can have a conversation with that person, be like, hey, look, I was there. I know how to work things. You know, if you want to do something with it, let's do it. But it's all, you know, it's you. They gave that to you for whatever reason. So, but it, you know what I mean? But if you go the other way and cause friction, causing problems, I mean, I don't see how that will work out.
But you guys don't see eye to eye. You guys don't see eye to eye. So what you gonna do in that? Because you know that person's not level-headed, you know what I mean, sibling. So what you gonna do?
I mean, what can you do at that point, right? Like, at that point, how are you gonna get them to give that up? You know what I mean? There's only so much you can do at that point, especially if you don't see eye to eye. I mean, you know, what's the point of going through that? You're just going to make each other's lives harder and harder. You know, you may as well just be grateful for what you've been given, especially if you didn't have that in the first place. You know, and if they want to continue the relationship or be grateful that you didn't disclose that secret, you know, and maybe that might be the turning point, that you didn't disclose everything. You know, maybe that might show some trust, but at that point, what are you going to do, right? I mean, there's no...
All right, Dre, let me hear from you on that.
Honestly, you got yours, I got mine. If you want to communicate with me in level ground, because you know I know the ins and outs, we can. But I'm not gonna beg you for you. I'm not begging you for that, because we siblings. So we done been through this for years and years.
So
and years.
You guys don't see eye to eye, no? But you guys don't see eye, and then you know this business. He or she's going, you know what I mean, make this business fall off.
See, but that's no longer my. If you don't want my help, it's not my job to make you take my help. It's no longer my concern. It's not my business. It's no longer
your business, but you were part of it. You were part of it. So how is it going to be?
I was part of it at that time when my father was running it. You running it now. So it's not even the same energy it was when my father was here. I don't even got the same love for this business no more now that my father's not gone. Some people back away from things.
So are you gonna look and let the business fall?
It ain't your responsibility. You can't let nothing that you don't got control of fall. They letting it fall, not you. Only thing you can do is offer your hands and pray that they take it. Man. If they don't, all you can do is step back and be like, Inshallah.
All right, let me hear from you.
I agree with him. He probably said what I wanted to say verbatim. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, it's not mine no more, you know. So, yeah, of course, you know, it was like this when Pops was here, you know, but it's not mine no more. He gave it to this other sibling. And whether I feel like that or not, he did it for a reason. And whatever that reason is, that's fine. But I take the time and experience of what I learned from Pops, and I take that and I live on with that. You know, that I can live with that better than any amount of money or whatever they can share. Because I know that I was actually in the dirt with it.
Yeah. Is it fair in a way that, hey, she'll keep that, you know, secret from her dad? Because no matter what you do, he gonna die. So might as well be like, hey, I want to just let the cat out of the bag.
We ain't even gonna play like that. I ain't even getting ready to send him out like that. If he really my dad, I'm not gonna send him
but he's
out
gonna
like
die.
that.
He's just in that critical moment.
I'm not sending him out like that's my dad. That's my father. I know he is my biological father.
So you gonna let your dad? You gonna let your dad go to his grave?
I'm gonna let him go happy. Yes, I'm gonna let him go to his grave with his best thoughts.
With secret?
I ain't doing it.
His best thoughts.
Look, I'm gonna go to my dad directly, and I'm gonna let him know that you ain't skint the hair off no cat around here. You know, hey, I know. This is bottom line. Before you go, you need to know that I know.
I would pay millions.
You know what I mean?
I would pay millions of dollars for my dad to die happy. You know what I mean? Like,
so you gonna let your dad die?
I'm gonna let him die happy, but I'm on my mama though. I'm gonna let my mama know she out of line.
You already had that conversation with her. Check, you already have that conversation with her.
Nah, we gotta have many more.
Yeah, but you gonna let that secret? No, but it's not fair to me. It's not fair to let the dad, you know what I mean, die without he knowing the secret.
Nah,
because at least you gotta know the secret. Because no matter what you do, he's gonna die.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Reginald Bradford, my daddy. If I know a secret, holler at you, player. You go. I ain't telling him. I'm not getting, especially if he can push him to death.
No, if he
can push it,
he's already going out.
Nah, but it ain't no get. He's just in the hospital struggling. They can send him.
Well, that's the case. Then at some point in time, you gotta face reality.
I'm not telling my pops. I'm not.
So you know, come on, but I can't. You got it. Like, okay, so this is
he's dying. A lot of things, but I'm not getting ready to take his joy away from him.
Don't you think it's going to change the whole dynamics of the robot?
So you want him arguing with your mama the last 30 minutes of his life?
That truth is that truth.
Man, I don't want him to think that I'm no dummy before he go. Just because I didn't say nothing don't mean I don't know.
But it ain't the daddy that done it. It's the mama. The mama the one that cheated. So why the daddy gotta die with the thought that mama?
The mama might not have cheated though.
Yes, she did.
The mama might have had the kid before she got there.
Nah, she guaranteed.
35 and 38 says she probably was with somebody else before she got there.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but she let him believe it. So it's still on the mama.
He probably didn't even know. He just said, "Hey man, you with me now? I'm gonna take care of this kid. I'll take care of."
In that case, it still ain't gonna matter. He already know that.
I could not live with myself.
I couldn't tell him something that he already know. Then I'm cool.
You couldn't.
No, tell my dad that as he's on his way out and letting him know, like, hey man, everything.
I know that ain't your kid.
Yeah, everything you worked for, everything you did for that.
But hold on, how do you break that news to him? Excuse me, not to cut you off, but how do you break that news to your father, knowing that his heart monitor is already on high? And is just waiting on tip. So you sit
but
there.
hey, he's gonna die
So you
anyway.
sit there like,
He's
this is
gonna die
what's on your
anyway.
mind. Hey, yo, pops, because you ain't doing it for nothing but greed. You ain't doing it nothing but so you can get the inheritance.
No, but he gotta know the truth also. He gotta know the truth also. So he's gonna go in his grave without him not knowing
But
the
you
truth.
don't even know that it's true. The key to that is that it could possibly be another man's child.
Yeah, it could either be your dad or not.
That mean it could be your dad or not. So what if you take him through this? He died and you run him through
But he
it.
still gotta know the truth. But he still gotta know the truth though.
In the scenario, it
I'm
sounds
cool.
like the
I ain't
dad.
telling my dad.
In that scenario, it sounds like the dad knew, but he didn't explain to the daughter, his biological daughter, that he knew.
But I'm saying, regardless,
he
it
wanted
ain't
to
his
treat him the same,
biological
'cause the
daughter's
biological
responsibility to tell her.
No, the biological kid is the younger kid. She already had the daughter at 38. She already had the daughter before she got there. So he didn't treat them separate. This is my kid. This is my kid.
No. Wait. They were still married. They were together.
Yeah.
And then she cheated. And in that
That's what I'm
space,
saying. Yeah,
right?
she cheated.
In that space,
Well,
he don't know.
As the dad, then I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna, hey, look, man.
Because he had to know she cheated.
I'm gonna tell my daughter, as the dad, like, look, that one right there. That's fam. That's fam.
That's fam, but it might not be fam.
You know what I mean? We ain't gonna treat her no different. But I'm just letting you know the real. But I accepted that, and that's a hell of a man, I know women that done did that, but I'm saying that's a
Blaze. So you gonna let your dad die without him knowing the secret?
Yeah, there ain't no amount of money that would make me want to do something like that to my dad.
It's not about the matter of money, but hey, cause being real, be 100, because in a family you could feel like, you know what I mean, hey, I'm not gonna keep no secret, cause for family, why should we keep secret from each other?
That ain't a secret. I didn't know. I wasn't even supposed to know that secret. I found that secret out rambling.
Yeah, so you find it. So are you gonna keep it with it? Because your mom, even didn't do something right. Your mom even didn't do the right thing, and then she still kept that secret. Yeah.
Now let's go back. When you read that, it says she's closer with her mother, right?
Yeah.
So why would you go sit there and let your mama, who's already hurting, you gonna go tell your dad or your mom, and you close with your mom? I'm gonna go talk to my mom about this situation.
He already did. She already did.
Okay, then, and that's where it ends at. Whatever my mom ends up, if my mom, I'm gonna tell you got to. If you want to tell him, cool. But your secret forever safe with me. But I'm a mama's boy, so I'm always riding with my mama.
So you gonna
ride
with your mama.
Wrong, strong. My mama is on. I'm a mama's boy.
You're supposed to keep it real with both of them, though.
Yeah, I'm a mama's boy though.
You don't hide nothing from neither.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I'm a
you heard? Hey. Mama's baby, daddy's baby.
I'm a mama's boy too, but
I'm mama's baby, daddy's baby.
I tell my mama the same, and I tell my dad the same. I keep it all the way raw. Like we ain't finna do none of that hiding stuff. I need to know.
Like I know my dad, me and him got a good relationship, but he know I'm mama's baby, daddy's baby. Cause it's a possibility you might not be pops. You feel me? It's always that possibility. But mama, we know that's mama.
Yeah.
Pops is Rolling Stone. They made million songs about him.
No, that's Pops.
Okay,
that's
Pops.
Pops.
Wait.
That's Pops.
Wait, so
that's
in this
Pops.
case, right? At least you should be fair to your dad or your pops. Like, hey, it might be or might not be. At least let him know the truth before he goes to his grave.
Nah,
so his spirit will be like,
I'm gonna tell mama to let him know. If my mama don't want him to know
your mom
before he go,
your mom is scared. She don't want to tell the truth.
Okay, if she don't want to tell the truth, I'm scared to follow her.
And you know the truth.
And then again, mom might be embarrassed.
If he wasn't on his way out, I would 100% tell my dad.
If he wasn't on his way out, if he healthy,
if
I'll
he
tell him.
Well, I would be
if
like,
he
hey,
moving,
Dad,
hey,
I
Pops.
need to tell you something.
Now
Mom
both of y'all admitting to be wrong. Because why you gonna wait? Why you gonna wait till
I ain't gonna push him because it say if it say literally.
No, the thing is, you should have been told him a long time ago.
I didn't know a long time ago. I just found out.
So you owe it to him before he go. Nah, I didn't tell him a long time ago.
But see, we all just found out why you was on your deathbed.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
Nah, I ain't tell you. I can't tell you, Pops.
You can't process that if you're dying.
I ain't even processed it.
You can't process that.
I'm be like,
you're on medication.
I'm be like, look, boy, you already know.
They got you. They got
Might as well tell you the truth now.
There's no way to process that because he's not in a clear mind. He's probably got a bunch of medication. He's probably, he's probably not even in his right state of mind.
He's going to die anyway. He's going to die anyway.
Okay,
if he was able to process it with a clear head and you're like, hey, I got to talk to you. I got to tell you about something that I found out. I don't want to hide anything from you.
Okay, so
then yeah.
Let me ask y'all this question. So after he passes, do you ever return to the grave site and tell him, Pops, man,
No, he's dead.
Hey, but see me, I return to that grave site and be like, Pops, you know how
before you die, but I didn't want to kill you.
I didn't want to see you out. I didn't want to see you unhappy before you left.
Nah, that's not right. Why would you wait?
That's right.
No, so why would you wait? Why would you wait for him to die and then on the tombstone you be like,
I'm not gonna be the reason. They gonna like, man, you told your dad and then he croaked.
No, but the truth is the truth. The truth might have there's only one truth. The truth is only one truth.
He might be happy about the truth. Like, the boy found out.
He just changed his will. He ain't happy. He really loves this girl. When you tell him this, he get ready. Look, him and the mama gonna be arguing. So who the daddy? The whole way on the way out. So who really the daddy?
And then is he also not fair for her?
So now the whole family, the funeral is horrible.
Wait. On even on the lady's side, right? On that sibling side, is it not fair for her to know who his or her real biological DNA root lies? Because if you keep the truth away from the person, mind you, maybe there might be a time that, hey, there might be like a kidney donor or a blood donor.
Man, and I know you ain't over there shaking your head. Yeah. Do you know how many kids on the north side don't never know they daddy? Come on, man. Let's be for real.
Hey, and I say that's wrong. That's flawed.
It is a flaw. But if she got a father, why take that from her? At that moment,
I feel like listen.
But why take that from her?
I feel like
why everything going on now? The funeral weird.
I think you could have another whole different level of appreciation for that man when you find out that it wasn't your dad.
She can find out later on.
Yeah,
but finding out at that moment when she's losing them,
there's a time and place for thought. There's a time.
That's a horrible thought.
If that's the case, everybody is horrible.
Nah,
the whole situation is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody been hiding.
Hey, who going to the funeral though? do the daughter and the mama beefing, so you know she ain't going to the funeral. Who gonna miss it?
They gotta go.
No, they don't gotta go.
They do.
No, they don't. They can't go. Cause mama the sisters is beefing now. Cause she done you done told this at the end. You done told daddy this. Daddy and mama didn't go out on a good note.
They share the same common thing, Pops.
You gotta wait.
You can discuss it with your sister, but Pops, he just gotta go the way he go. He gotta go happy.
No.
What's the benefit?
Hey man, say man.
I'm telling Pops, bro.
What's the benefit?
I ain't telling Pops.
I'm telling Pops. Look, check this out. I already know. I'm at peace. We not beefing. No need to be mad at me. I'm just telling you I know. We're not arguing about it. I'm telling you that I know.
But Pops don't know. You know because you went and found it in Mama's journal. That mama got busted down.
And I'm gonna tell Pops that's how I know.
So is it also the mom's? Should the man be, hey, I did wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all on the mom.
Yeah.
The mom
it ain't even the daughter's job to tell the dad.
Being both girls, with them both being girls, the mom should have told her this.
Accountability.
With them being both girls, the mom should have took accountability to let both of them know a long time.
Bingo. It's all on the mama.
Accountability. I'm gonna say that, but in the end, if you find out,
it's all on the eve of the
go though. Don't let him think that he's, you know what I mean? No, man.
Accountability
you ain't wrong. I just know.
Is a woman's kryptonite, dude. Like, you cannot hold a girl accountable for hardly anything. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I doubt that she would ever take accountability.
That's deep.
And
That's deep.
I'm sure there's gonna be some good.
Hold on, y'all.
There's gonna be some good reason
That's deep.
why it wasn't her fault that it was, that dad wasn't actually the dad.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure it'll be like, why are you bringing this up right now? You know what I'm going through. How could you? You know what I mean?
Okay, so check this out, right? Your mom didn't want to say nothing, right?
Yeah.
Your mom didn't want to say nothing. And you found it. So if you found it now, then it's also, bets on you that, hey, you got to say, hey, because you know the truth. Woe betides who knows the truth and don't say it. Your mama is wrong.
Yep.
She didn't want to say nothing.
Yep.
So are you also going to continue to, two wrongs don't make one right.
Right.
In this scenario. So are you going to because while you're not doing a favor to your sibling, and then you're not doing a favor to your dad also.
Right.
At least he's going to die anywhere or not. He's going to die. So hey, aren't you going to let him be like, yo, I got to tell the truth. Say it as it is. Because for me, the truth is the truth. I will say it as it is. The truth will cost life. The truth will cost a lot of people. But hey, I got to say it as it is.
Nope. I love my
I'm
dad.
a truth teller. I'm known.
So why would you want to lie on dates?
I'm called no filter.
Yeah, why would you want to lie on dates?
You ain't lying.
Yeah, you say you want to lie. Yeah, you say you
How
want
is
to
it a lie?
No,
I just ain't gonna tell him.
No, then you're not doing a service to him because you got to tell him the truth.
I got a question.
Okay, yeah, go on.
I got a question.
Yeah, go on.
You closer with your mom or your dad?
I'm closer with my mom.
You closer with your
Yeah,
mom,
but I'm 100. I'm 100. I tell it as it is.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish my question.
Right.
You 100 with your mama, right?
Yeah.
If your mama do something and she tell you not to tell, is you gonna tell?
My mom didn't raise me. Okay, wait, hold on.
How you gonna tell if she tell you not to?
Hold on.
If you 100 with your mama, through and through, if you gonna tell if she tell you not to?
Hear me out.
That question depends.
Nah,
Okay,
okay, bro.
hear me out on this, right? This is how I was raised. This is how my mom raised me. The truth is the truth. You only have one truth. And then this is how our dynamics goes. When I do something wrong, she will tell me. And when she does something wrong, we are 100 to each other.
Right.
So when she does something wrong, she knows the game we play in a way that, hey, we tell it how to say it. Right. We're not going to pamper like, no. Right. It's going to hurt. Yeah. But in the moment, you're not going to feel good or whatever, but it helps in the long run. Because how long are you going to carry this burden of shame on you?
It do.
You know what I mean? How long are you gonna carry this burden of shame on you?
I raised
in this case.
Okay, so what satisfaction is you getting by telling your dad?
Exactly.
Is that true?
Hold on. What satisfaction is you getting?
Because
what satisfaction is you getting?
I will get a lot of satisfaction.
Yeah, because I'm unleashing the truth.
I'm saying you done lived 35 years of your life not knowing this.
Right.
What's the satisfaction?
What's the satisfaction you gonna get from telling your
dad?
And
I just found out.
You know it's getting ready to break his heart.
The satisfaction is
it ain't a doubt in your mind. It's gonna break his heart.
That's the satisfaction.
So what is the satisfaction you gonna get?
Even learning.
So you gonna live on lies. That's what you're trying to say?
I'm saying you know you gonna break his heart. So what is the satisfaction?
Are you gonna live on lies?
Why would that break his heart?
Hold on.
Yeah, are you gonna live on lies?
I ain't living on lies because
but that's what you're trying to do now.
Okay. Yeah, the question is, what are you trying to gain? What is your purpose? You trying to get him to change the will? Because you mentioned the will before you mentioned the transgression.
Okay, yeah.
You mentioned the will before you mentioned what happened.
Wait, let's take the will out of
take the will out of it.
If the will is not there, if we just normal people and there's no will out of it.
So it's pure intentions?
Pure intentions, pure intentions.
Pure understanding and everything.
That's a different, but if you looking off of the way that read, you really mad because they got the business and you only got I'm going off of what we read. What the storyline is.
Yeah.
It started off about the will. She feel like I was supposed to get everything.
Mama cheated on her.
Yeah. She don't get nothing. That's the way the will. That's the way. That's you feel me? But that's why you're doing it. That's wrong.
More of the bully of the situation.
Yeah, my point exactly. You got to look all the way in there.
If they just being family oriented, she asked, "What should she do?" And the thing is, like, you shouldn't even. tell your pops personally.
If
that
you gotta
know.
ask what to do,
But you ain't gotta ask for the will.
If you gotta ask what to do, that means you ain't doing what you want to do for the right reasons.
Hey, but I bet at 30.
Listen on here, right? Check this.
Hey, man, say, man.
This guy or this family, mind you, there's a will, and then even there is money involved in all of that. But the truth is the truth. You can't hide the truth.
It ain't even about the truth no more.
So how long are you you saw something? Okay, mind you this. Okay, let me say this. Let me put another scenario.
Right.
You saw somebody got shot and killed. So you saw it. And then they're going around trying to get information. And you say, I won't snitch. Mm-hmm. And you know, when you tell the truth, it will help. But you looking like, I'm not a snitch. I ain't gonna snitch. I ain't gonna tell them. Are you gonna keep, hold on, I'm trying to, are you gonna keep the secret to find the right culprit? Know that, hey, you know who this person did it, to prevent the next person getting, cause you know this.
Hey, hold on, man. You can't.
You put it in that scenario.
I'm not telling nothing. I'm not.
My point exactly. Back to ground zero.
Yeah. So
thank you for putting it in them terms, because now you had one person with you to just win. He gone.
Okay. There's always the same. Two wrongs don't make one right.
He gone right there.
Two wrongs don't make one right. So are you gonna like just?
What you asking though is you asking from a citizen's point of view, and then you transfer it to the law of the land.
It's the law of the land, because it's the law of the land.
Hold on. Okay. Another one more scenario. Right?
Okay.
That same scenario I was making, right?
Right.
If let's say, wait, hold on.
Depends who got shot.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm trying to explain
what he's gonna say.
Explain right. So, mind you, the person that got shot was maybe your sister or your sibling.
I'm telling.
I'm not telling.
I'm telling.
Hold on. Your brother or your sister.
Hey, put the camera on the guy that said he was telling.
I'm telling.
Hey, put the camera back on me. Put the camera back on me.
Yeah, you say you telling.
This is my sister.
Yeah,
I'm not telling.
So you're not telling on your camera. Hold on. So you saw the person who murdered your sister or your brother. You're gonna be like, you're not gonna tell. You saw the person that murdered your sister or brother. Yeah. You're gonna be like, you're not gonna tell.
No, I'm just gonna go to jail.
No, I react. I'm not gonna tell
somebody
about a situation I can handle.
No,
I got too many kids to go to jail.
It's different.
This is from my point of view. Okay, somebody killed my sister, right?
Or your brother, your sister, or your brother,
or my brother, right?
Yeah, that you love so dearly.
I can't change it. Once they gone, I can't change it.
But are you gonna let the person go scot free?
No. He's not going scot free. But I'm not telling the police though.
Why you not telling the people?
I'm probably gonna be the one to go to jail.
Why?
Because I'm gonna try to find.
Well, now your mama lost 2 people then.
Yeah.
But
your mama lost 2 people. Yeah. Your sibling is gone, one, and then you two gone. So like your mom or your parents gone, you can grieve more.
Now your kids don't got a dad.
See, I understand what y'all saying.
That's the citizen. This is
the reason this is good.
I get it though. I get what y'all saying.
Everything
if I was in a citizen mind frame,
why
I would perfectly agree with you.
But I'm not gonna lie. If I know who done it, and you touch my sister, like you killed my sisters, nigga, I love mine.
I love my mama.
So why did you do that? Wait. You saw it, and they got evidence. You saw it, and then you even have recording. So are you gonna be like, you ain't gonna say shit, or you gonna take care of it, and then your parents will lose you because if you commit a crime,
I got a question for you. Okay. Do you know the easiest case to beat?
What's the easiest case to beat?
Murder.
Why?
Why? Because you gotta have so much evidence. Murder is the easiest case to beat.
If you have it on the phone. If you have it on the camera.
If you got it on camera, that means why did you watch it? Why did you watch somebody kill your siblings?
Listen, things happen. Wait, hold on. Things happen.
When you record stuff like that, you just.
If you sitting there recording, that means you waiting for an altercation.
Let's fact check this real quick.
Okay, so hold on. Mind you, right? Okay, so mind you. Okay, let's say you was over there, right? Mm-hmm. and I was over here, maybe, and then I was doing something on my phone. Let's say I'm live streaming or something, and then all of a sudden, pow, pow, my camera or my phone happened to get that moment.
Yeah.
Right? Things happens. My phone or my camera had to get at that moment.
Right. Well, as a citizen, you might, right? But this is my sibling, and I'm not in the citizen mind frame. So my first initial thing is to get back. You feel me? Yeah, I tell my mom or pops or whoever, hey, y'all put some money on my books. Y'all know I had to go.
Come on.
It's the sacrifice.
Come on.
I don't know, man.
So you gonna let your mom or your parents lose two people at the same time?
She gonna have to lose me.
Not only did they lose you, but now they got to support you through jail.
But I ain't gonna lie. It ain't no guarantee you gonna lose me because I ain't gonna just crash. I'm not going to crash.
That's the thing too.
I'm not going to crash. Now I might. I'm military minded, so I'm not going to crash. I'm not just getting ready to go walk up to him at Quick Trip and shoot him or whoever did it.
Yeah, but ultimately, the person gotta go.
This is what I was talking about earlier about being reactive and proactive.
Yeah.
You can react to a situation with your emotions, or you could be proactive and think about what's going to happen if you get caught. You know what I mean?
That's if you get caught. That's if you get caught. Again,
yeah, but
murder is the easiest case to beat.
Yeah, but if your sister gets shot and that murder and whoever shot them,
I'm automatically the suspect anyway.
Exactly.
I'm automatically suspect anyway. But
but
you gotta prove. You gotta prove
the same truth.
You gotta prove
but you
me
gotta
guilty.
prove it.
You have evidence to prove.
What's the
It was on your phone.
You didn't see me kill nobody.
No,
you seen my sister get killed.
No, hold.
You still talking about that scenario?
The scenario happened. You happen to capture a live on your phone, right? As you happen to capture a live on your phone, mind you, hey, the evidence. This is the evidence. What else do you need?
Okay,
this guy was like,
if I recorded live on my phone,
wait, there's security cameras. Whatever it happened, and then you happen to see it. So what evidence do you need? You saw the person. This is the person having the gun.
It means the police better get to him before I do. Then, because you killed my sister. That means it's personal. It's personal.
It's a race.
I ain't even go. I don't care. But you sitting in jail ain't equivalent to my sister laying in a casket.
Yeah,
see, that's emotions though.
Emotions make you cry sometimes. Because I'm on that about mine.
Hey, but I hate
decisions off your emotions.
When you use that emotional
I agree with you
because
when
you react,
when
you react, when you react, everything that you pretty much do is out of some kind of emotion.
Yeah, so mind you,
like you want to go to bland. Come on now, let's just keep it $1. Even if you going to work every day, you can't go to work bland. You go to work, man. Fuck this job, man. Hell yeah, I'm gonna knock this shit out today. You feeling some type of way, and that's an emotion. So it's you can't.
It's neural pathways,
but you can't really do nothing without the emotion involved anyway.
Yeah, you can set your emotions aside to do what you need to do.
And you gonna go into it blank?
Not blank, but knowing what you need to do. So
you feel determined, right? Which is an emotion.
You're just playing the tape forward. Like you got to do what you got to do, or you don't do what you shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean?
See,
you got to set your emotions aside to do what you need to do because your fucking actions benefit or have consequences for people you love or people that rely on you.
See, I got a question for you. Are you thinking, is this a quick process or is this timely thinking? Because if it's a right now moment, you ain't got that right now timing. Like, you could think and process. I'm just telling you, like, my real life actions offer response immediately.
That's an instant gratification problem.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like...
So what is gratification? An emotion, right?
You got delayed gratification and then you got instant gratification.
All emotions.
So
no, it's using your intellect.
Intellect is based off of what? Emotions. Everything is based. No matter what you do, is based off emotions. I'm very intellectual.
Based off of consequences and benefits.
No, consequences is only what you bring to you. It could be positive consequences.
Okay, say
Hold on.
What's the positive consequence?
Do you
What's the
also?
positive consequence?
I can tell you right now.
I don't know no positive
I
consequences.
don't know
You don't?
either.
I know some positive consequences. It done been some
The
positive
positive consequence is
outcomes.
what he said. Hey, you are you gonna tell the cops? That's the positive consequence.
Yeah,
but that's in the
man.
citizen's mind frame. Like I said, he's 100% correct,
But that's why I say he's correct.
and he's 100% correct as well.
But that's the whole
when you
reason.
flip the mind frame of who you're dealing
Dealing
with or
with.
whose sibling this is and this, and then it makes a difference. You see what
So
I'm
my
saying?
thing is like, I ain't gonna let your parent lose two people at the same time.
Yeah.
My mama ain't
Wait.
lost me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait.
I'm still alive.
You still alive, but hard to read. Mind you also have kids. So whose burden is it gonna fall on? Cause one, your kids, when you gone, listen, you the breadwinner. You making sure your kids are straight. So when you gone, how is it gonna feel like they're losing? One, your parents gonna lose you. Not losing you as you dead. You're not
Right.
dead, but you hard to read.
That's the same thing.
Right? And then at the same time also, hey, who is going to provide for these kids when you're out of their lives? You know what I mean? Because the presence of the father is needed in kids' development and then upbringing or shaping or molding. So in that essence, mind you, your kids are losing you and your parents are losing you too. All because your you know what I mean, your daughter, your sister or your brother got shot.
But listen, and I'll tell you this: I would want my kids to do the same for their siblings.
I wouldn't.
I'd kill for my sibling.
I'd kill for my brother too, but it would have to be in the right circumstance. But
I'm gonna make sure I beat the case.
But-
I'm gonna
but
try my
see,
best to beat the
if
case.
How
it,
you gonna
was
beat
to,
the case?
if it was to preserve
How
my
do you
brother's
beat it?
life, if it was to preserve my brother's life, yeah, I'd kill for him. But it wouldn't. I wouldn't. I love my brother, but my kids are more important. You know what I mean? And the well-being of my parents.
So let me
Hold
ask
on.
you this.
Let's go.
Hold on,
Bingo.
hold on,
You get ready to say what
Let
I'm
me
ready
ask
to
you
say.
this.
Avenging my brother,
Right.
getting that, that get back. That's not
Okay.
more important
So do
than
you-
taking care of my parents when they're
Okay.
old.
So do you go out in public?
Yeah, all the time.
Right. So say this guy that we talking about that you need to avenge for. You see this guy at the grocery store
Mhm.
while you with your kids. You give him a pass, huh?
Yeah, I got my kids with me.
Boy, you got a big. I want to shake your hand, man.
Yeah,
because
yeah. I
you got a
congrats
big.
because
But no, that's what I would call a real citizen. I'm not making no joke. I'm saying you're a real citizen, is what I'm saying. Because it take a lot of heart to look at that man that did that, and you know in your heart that he did it because you was there, and not do nothing to that man, especially when your family is behind you in this grocery store.
Well, that's why I'm not thinking with my emotions. I'm thinking about my kids' future. Because if I do something like that, then I know my kids are going to do something like that. And then when they go have a kid, they're going to do something like it. And it's just going to be an endless cycle.
Yeah, I respect that shit. I call that you a straight up citizen, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I salute that, but it's just that when I chose the side of what I'm from, then some of that stuff for the citizen is kind of like, yeah,
Right, and that's what I don't want to happen to my. That's what I don't want to happen
Your
to
children.
my legacy. That's not what I want my legacy to be. I want
Right.
my legacy to be thinking about what's
Right.
gonna productively continue. You know what I'm saying?
right? Because I can't really I know that you got a certain big heart because I don't know if I could look at this man in the grocery store and I got my kids. You done killed my brother.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
Now I got my kids. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's
what
get back
keeps
to
the
the story,
prisons
right?
full.
Let's get back to the story,
yeah,
right?
go ahead.
So Dre, if you was a father, right, and then you got to know, hey, he or she is not my biological kid. At that moment, how would you gonna feel?
I'm already on my death. What you mean? I'm getting ready to be devastated. You just told me I'm getting ready to die, and you come in the room and tell me I'm getting ready to be mad at you.
I know that ain't
Off
your
the rip.
kid. You gonna be mad?
I'm gonna be mad. I'm mad at everybody. I'm mad at the messenger. Always get it worse. Y'all know that. Never be the messenger.
Don't kill the
So
messenger.
would you prefer
Never be the messenger. Y'all know that.
Wait, would you prefer going to your grave without you knowing the secret?
Yes, let me go in peace. Let me go loving her with the same. Let me go loving my wife with the same thoughts that I got. Let me go loving his daughter.
Then
with
you're
the
living on an illusion.
No, I'm living off of what I done lived off of all this time. We done been doing this shit for 38 years.
I would want to know.
He living a dream.
Yeah, okay, so you want to know?
I don't want to know.
I would want to know.
As the father, I would want to know. Yeah.
I would want to.
don't wanna know.
I would want to know, but I would let my daughter know. Like, hey, look, I love you no matter what. Just the person you are, that's good enough for me. It doesn't matter if we're related. I love you. I love you that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, they know. You know.
Yeah.
That way they don't have to worry about like, does my dad love me? Did he die knowing that? You know, if I had that love for a kid that I took care of them and brought them up and then found out they weren't mine, you know, I would let them know it had nothing to do with whether we were related. I loved you no matter what.
Okay.
If I found out my daughter wasn't mine, I wouldn't care. I love her so much, just, you know, the way she is, how she is, the way she does things. Like, I just love her, you know. Even if I found out she wasn't mine, I would still continue my relationship with her.
Okay. What would you do if you find out that, hey, that ain't your kid?
As the father, and I'm going away, I'm gonna feel content. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna feel content because I'm like, boy, you found out, boy. and before I go, I would probably actually explain it to him to bring the one side closer to the other. You know what I mean? To make it make sense to them, so they would understand. Because I wouldn't want to die without them understanding. And that's why I say, like, I would tell my pops before he go, because I would want to be understood and I would want to understand him, because I know he got something to say. You know what I mean? He not gonna go out without it. It's no reason to fuss at me. I'm not even fussing. I'm just letting you know I know. So if I'm the father, I'm gonna accept it. Yeah, man. You know what, man? I tried to keep y'all the same. I didn't want y'all to be different, man. I was just being a real man, taking care of my kids, man. But yeah, that's not mine, you know. But yeah, I love your mom, and I love your sister, and just like I love you the same. You know what I mean? And that's how I would be content with going out.
Okay. Do you think the sibling or the sister has the right to claim or inherit some inheritance that, you know what I mean?
The biological?
She's not,
Yep.
The non, if in code, she's not the biological, you know what I mean, daughter or kid of, you know what I mean, his dad.
Yeah.
And she has the right to claim that inheritance.
Yep.
I feel both of them have the right, but I feel like if I was a judge looking at the situation and the father left the will that way, I'm going to say that she's acting out of greed because the father had a motive to say, let me give it to this one.
Yep.
It's a reason he did. And,
Yeah, he thought
she
about
pretty
it
much-
already.
And she pretty much stated it. Oh, she was with dad. She was with dad. I was with mom. You know, and it was like, well, like I said earlier, he showed the non-biological the real life of what this is how dad makes money. This is how I go to work. This is my employees. This is my accountant. This is my secretary. Wherefore the daughter stayed and did things with the mom. So she doesn't. That's why I said, what if he does? Okay, fine. I'll give it to you your way. And then now this is a successful business, as they say. Now because I give it to you your way, you want to inherit it. The business goes down the drain. Wherefore, I could have left it to her, and she would have kept it profitable. And, you know.
I think it's being petty on a massive scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Okay. So what if the dad did what he had to do, right?
yeah.
With no knowledge or with no, you know what I mean, information that, hey, this kid is not mine. And you think it's gonna be like, hey, when the dad gets to know the truth, it's gonna like change things because it's like, hey, oh, so you cheated on me, huh? Your mama cheated on me and I didn't know this. Don't you? Because sometimes certain things will come out and then he change things. So don't you think it might possibly be that too?
That's and that's why I say I would want to have that closure. If I'm the dad, just speaking from the dad, I would want to have that closure before I go. Like, dang, so that ain't my kid? Where you see that at? It's good to know before I go, because now I had the option and the right to change this. You feel me? Because if she hid that from me this long and I didn't know, oh no, I'm not gonna let you go on in life.
I don't think you could change your will at that point, right? Like if you're under duress
Yeah.
or if you're not in the right state of mind, I'm pretty sure legally
It's laws that can't change it.
The dad also did that at that moment when he is this, like you said, he's in a duress or whatever.
Yeah.
So he did it in that moment. So he doing it in that moment. Is it not in a way to be like, okay, if he did it in that moment,
That's why, that's why she said, like, do I say something and mess everything up? Because if she does do that, then it's gonna mess everything up, and she's gonna probably be the benefit. She's probably gonna be the beneficiary. You know what I mean? But is it right? That's what she was. That's why she asked, like, is that right? Because if I do this, then you know they're gonna wave it this way. But you know, I can keep my mouth shut and let it go as it is. And me, I would let it go as it is. But I would also, you know, try to involve myself. Like, hey, can I be an employee or something? I need to be paid for the rest of my life too. I need to be able to be successful too. Can I be successful at doing anything? You know, I would make myself a servant pretty much so I can be taken care of. Okay. You don't know what that sister might say. She might be like, you know what, you are his biological kid. Let me help you out. Look, you can be the manager, or you can be the accountant. I'll send you to school for that. You know, you don't never know. But just laying that out like that, you know, I would want everybody to be at ease and comfort and know what's going on.
Okay. Do you think there might be a possibility or a chance that, hey, it's still his biological daughter because she cheated, right? And then, you know what I mean? You might never know, though she cheated, it might not be for the other person. It might still be his. So do you think there's a probability of, you know what I mean, they having the same dad? In this case,
always possible, because the mom cheated, so you technically don't know. But if she's seen it, you know.
Okay.
And then if she cheated once again, she might have cheated again too. So they both could probably he could not be the biological of both of them.
Okay, Blaze, what do you think?
I think you can't trust a damn word she says. That's it.
That's deep.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
That's a fucked up thing to like keep. You know what I mean? And the only reason it's coming to light is because it was an accident. They found out. She didn't come forward with anything.
Right.
Like it was found out. Like
I had to find out. So like I said,
she made her bed, man. She's got to sleep in it.
Got to sleep in it.
Okay. Let's put ourselves in their shoes, right? If you have found this, what your mom did, what would you have done, Dre?
I'm gonna have a discussion with my mom.
What kind of discussion? Is it gonna be an intense discussion, a heated discussion, or what?
Nah, it ain't gonna be heated because life is life. Life it's my mama. I don't know what was going on when what went on. So the only thing I can do is be like, hey, this is what I found. Why you ain't told me what's really going on? And her side, and then wherever she go from there.
Hear her side what? She cheated.
No, she got a side to her
She cheated and then she don't want to say it.
Hey, man, Pops might have been cheating too. I got you forget.
Okay, wait.
Pops might have been cheating. She might have been getting her lick back.
Okay, wait. If a man cheat, right? If a man cheat, it's different from if a lady cheat.
Totally different.
Man,
right? Hold on, not today.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay. Let's bring it on. Let's bring it on. Let's bring it on.
Absolutely.
If a man cheat, it's different from a lady being cheat. Listen.
Even Martin Luther King cheated on Corietta.
Okay, wait.
For real.
One cheated. He let Martin Luther King cheated.
Dr. King cheated on Coretta.
Okay, hear me out. Right.
Yeah.
You could cheat as a man, and then if a baby comes out of it, you know that's you. That's yours.
Right.
But if a lady, if you go cheat with multiple men and the baby comes out of it, who do you determine is the father? Until DNA.
Hold on. You say if you go cheat, you know that baby's yours?
Yeah, as a man.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because if you cheating, guaranteed the woman that you cheating with, it ain't just you.
I'm saying.
It ain't just you.
Wait. I'm saying the possibility, like, okay, yeah, as a man, right? I cheat with like 3 ladies, and they're not cheating. The ladies are not cheating, right? Right?
Yeah.
And they all get pregnant. By default, it's me.
Yeah.
By default, it's me. If the ladies are not cheating,
Nah, that's
taking it. Wait,
that's you giving women too much credit.
No, hold on. I'm saying.
know,
by
bro.
default, hold on. Hear me out on this. I'm saying if I cheat with 3 ladies,
Yeah.
and the ladies are sure they've not had no, encounter with other men,
Correct.
and it's just me. By default, those 3 ladies pregnant, it's me.
Yep, by default.
In reverse,
You got 3 families.
if a lady cheat with 3 men, let's say in their ovulation or whatever they call it,
Yeah.
time for them
It's
to
the
get
same.
pregnant,
It's
right?
the same.
Yeah,
It's not the same.
3 men. How
She-
do I know
she
that
at
it's
default.
you or you or you?
Well, no, actually, what I'm saying is it's the same. Well, when you flip it the other way around, the lady is in default now.
It's in default, but where do we know who the dad is?
That's where we find out at.
So it's
That's a
not. That's what
worse
I'm saying. It's not the same. If a man cheats, it's not the same as a lady cheats.
Yes, it is, because you would have had to find out too that all 3 of these. You can't really say that they fake.
But
They
it-
telling you that, but they know that you got other women.
and
So
that-
that don't mean that they ain't, when you with this other women, they ain't lonely this night and they didn't find Tyrone.
If you cheating with 3 women, you don't think them 3 women know?
But I'm saying in
The
this
time
scenario,
is gonna tell you.
I'm saying in the scenario where like the ladies they're not cheating, they don't know if you. Mind you could be saying, hey, I'm with you.
yeah, you a Muslim.
I ain't no Muslim.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I'm a Muslim.
no, I'm saying in your theory that would be, I got 3 wives and
Yeah, sort of.
yeah.
So the ladies be like, yeah, maybe you dating this person, seeing this person, they have no clue. The ladies have no clue, so they're faithful to you.
Right.
But you know what you're doing,
Right,
and you got all of them pregnant.
Yeah.
They all got pregnant
right.
by default. It's you. But if let's say if this lady here have this 3 of you.
Yeah, she in default.
Until DNA comes out, we don't know who is the dad.
Right.
So I'm saying if a man cheat compared to if a lady cheat, it's different. If you get where I'm coming from, it's a different.
In that aspect, it's very different.
Yeah.
You're correct. In that aspect, it's very different. But in another theory, the roles just flip. The woman is in default.
Oh yeah, for sure, she's always the mom.
Yeah, because even though she can't guarantee that you, him, or him is the father, she's got to be able to guarantee that. But until then, she can guarantee that she's in default. The same way the man was in default, because default them is mine because I'm assuming that I'm doing this. But when you find out later, that's when you look at the details of it.
Okay, Blaze, what do you think?
I think it's worse to have 3 baby daddies than it is to have 3 baby mamas.
Yeah.
I think that's the worst situation.
Why do you think that?
Just because historically men have always been, high value men haven't been monogamous. They've always spread their seed, and you know what I mean? Opposed to women, I just think it's a worse situation. As a provider, you can provide for those kids, when women have 3 baby daddies, they're stuck. They've got to rely on the government.
Do they?
They're not.
They don't have to.
Well, I mean, how many guys do you know with multiple baby mamas doing well? How many more of those do you know? And how many, there's more guys with multiple baby mamas doing well than there is women with multiple baby daddies doing well.
Nah, them the ones that's doing
No,
the well. The women with the multiple baby dad, they the one doing the well.
They
getting
doing
all
good.
the taxes and everything.
Yeah,
they the ones doing the well. Well, this is Oklahoma.
From what we
this
see.
is where the state is for the woman. So yeah, they the ones that's eating the most. They getting all the taxes.
I'm talking about job opportunities, building a career.
Yeah, they'll get to all that stuff and have a career at the same time here in Oklahoma. And they'll have about 5 baby daddies. They'll have 5 kids, all 5 different dads.
And is it right? Is it right to do that?
No, I don't think it's
Right.
correct. I don't think it's correct. I don't agree with that.
I think it's a worse situation.
I don't agree with that, but I also, like I say, it doesn't make the woman no worse than the man. If the roles were flipped, you the same thing as what you think that man is. And if the man is the one that's doing, then you the same thing as that woman. It's you flip the roles, you the same. It doesn't make you worse or you did this worse. It's the same. If you steal a piece of bubble gum and you steal a piece of beer, both of y'all stealers.
Okay. All right. So, would you think keeping secrets in family is a good thing to do?
No.
Why no?
You shouldn't be doing anything that you have to keep a secret.
Family is the closest thing to you. You blood related. They're the most people that you deal with, the most people that you rely on, quote unquote. And the only way to understand is to keep everything straightforward across the table. Because once you get to hiding, you got to hide some more. And then you got to hide some more. And then you got to hide some more. You know what I mean?
If you're keeping a secret, the only reason I think you should keep a secret from your family is because you're going to wait for the right time to tell them something. You know what I mean?
Look, I'll give you a real life example of myself.
Okay.
I actually have a kid. And I'm not gonna say which one for the sakes of right now, but I have a kid. I had to explain to him that, hey man, your other sibling might not be mine. You know what I mean? Like, we got this and this and this, and there's some certain things that went on during the time frame. But I explained it to him. Now, did I find out? Yeah, I went and found out. So I can, hey man, I thought it would, but it's me. But I also explained that to him. I didn't hide it from him. I let him know what really happened. Like, we was going through some stuff. I was young. Your mom did this. I did this. She did this because I did this, and we end up with this one. We was more straightforward across. There wasn't no hidden. This was what it was. And at the time, he understood. Surprisingly. But I did explain that to him. And we both felt, when I found out the truth, I told him the truth as well.
Yeah.
Hey man, you remember when I told you I thought such and such? Well, we went back and did this, and that's your brother.
All right. So Dre, what would you do in this case? Would you keep a secret from, the family?
Keep a secret from the family?
Yeah.
Nah. Me and my family too close.
So, hold on, I got him on here.
I know you do.
Yeah,
That's why
you said earlier on. You said you're gonna keep it. You said you're gonna tell a lie to save whatever. Now you're saying you keep. You tell the truth. So, yeah, secrets in families,
they gonna
right?
tell the secret lie.
Nah, it's just based on the situation. You said, will I tell my father? You can't, it's the situation. Will I tell my father on his deathbed that this ain't his daughter? That's different. That like, I'm not getting ready to send him over. I don't care what you say. I'm not telling that part.
All right. So let's run up, this whole conversation and, this story. I'll start with you, Blaze. What's your final take on this whole situation? Should she go ahead and tell the dad and the sister that, hey, this was what she found?
No, she shouldn't. She's probably going to wonder if she did come forward with it. She'll probably be wondering her whole life, man, I wonder if I should have told him that.
So you saying she should keep that secret from her dad and then her sister? That's what you're saying?
Just from the dad, but not from the sister.
That's deep.
Definitely later, though. Bring it up to the sister. Be like, hey, look, it wasn't the right time to bring it up. We were already going through enough with dad dying. But I got to let you know now, I didn't want to tell dad, but, you're going to wonder later on, like, man, did I do the right thing? But when you when you know your dad died happy and died thinking that his kid was his kid,
Man.
you're going to be happy about it. You're going to be like, cool.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Dre, what's your final take on the whole, story? Shoot the sister tell the dad and the sister that, hey, this is what I saw. Or she just shut up.
My final take is the same as always been. Take it to the grave with you. If you really your mama's daughter, don't destroy your family at the last moment. It ain't the right. It's all about the timing. Had you found out another time, cool. But starting it off with about the will and telling, it makes it to me like it's all about. The only reason you want to tell is so you can get all the money. You ain't telling with pure intentions.
Yeah.
So therefore, keep that secret. If you really love your father or anyone around the situation, keep that secret.
All right.
Especially if you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
I agree.
All right. Let me hear from you. Your final take.
I'm not keeping no secret.
You're going to tell it. As it is.
I'm going to tell my family I know the truth. Yeah. A lot of stuff I done had to learn even right now today. You know what I mean? Like, I already know. You know, and it's like, we ain't got to hide it. But like I said, it depends on how you approaching a person too. You know, if they're approaching in an aggressive way, then it's a problem. But after learning something that's already happened, I can't change it or dictate it. Look, I just want you to know that I know. I'm informative about it. They've given me information about it. I've seen it. I've evaluated some stuff, and this is what I know. I wouldn't want you to know that I hid something from you and you die. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with some of the regrets that we have with some of our friends right now. It's the stuff that you should have said that you never got a chance to say. And then now they gone. And you don't have a chance to say it. And then, like they said, they wouldn't even return back to the grave and tell them the truth. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's a cold shot right there to me. You know, I mean, to each his own, but nah, I say keep it real with your family.
All right. So like he said, keep it real, keep it 100. You know what I mean? So guys, it's been a great episode with my panel here, and then hey, we've had a lot of interesting point of views. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. If you find yourself in that situation, are you gonna tell the truth, or are you gonna keep it a secret? For all is in your hand. What you gonna do? Thank you very much. I've been your host and friend Kenna, the greatest on K84 podcast. Catch you and see you same time next week. Bye bye.